Alrighty. Don't think anybody's in the stream yet, but this will be recorded anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the little review I'm trying to do here. So, played against Kansas State University yesterday. It was a good series, best of 7 series, but none of us streamed it, so I wanted to go ahead and stream the game, see where we can improve, things we did well, and just overall kind of save the series. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Definitely a pretty crazy series. I kind of did a slow play today, but yeah, shout out to my teammates Pyro and Group Guy, who also played really well this series. Just throughout this series, as you watch, oh, there's the first goal. Bit of an own goal from the opponents, but you love to see it. And we're up to a 1-goal lead. I tried to go for that, but he gets pinched away. As I was saying, I tried to play a lot more defensively in this series, while my teammates handle a lot of the offense. From my point of view, it'll probably be a little boring, but a bit of an awkward save there, but they didn't really push it, so we were safe. Right, a bit of an awkward ball there. And this wasn't very good for me, I just dove. And then they had a counter attack, we couldn't defend. So, I probably could have played that a lot better personally. Either way, it's still tied, we're not losing at least. I go for a psycho. So that was fun. Did not go on target, unfortunately. We get a 50. I try to stay third. Cuts and I go for it, but I'm too slow. And it's just a bit awkward here, but we defend. This was all yesterday, so I honestly don't even remember some of what happened. So I beat one. But we're all pretty low on boost. Let's see what happens. Just a big clear. Really good infield pass. Okay, that wasn't really the touch I wanted. That was a bit unfortunate. And pretty much the exact same thing that they did the first time happens again. So now we're down 1. Once again, this is kind of me overextending, not controlling the ball, leaving my teammates in an awkward spot. So, it's like small stuff like that can really make a difference, and that was really bad for me too. I wanted to go for the sidewall double, but I got a bad touch, and then got left in an awkward position again. So, game 1 did not go very well, unfortunately. But there's still time for a comeback. It gets the reset. Gotta save it. I actually do have... yeah. They're just kind of touching the ball, looking for an opening. I think it's a good clear. I dive here again. I do actually touch it, but they're back in time. Unable to steal the boost. And let's see, so I am third here again, so I might overextend a little. A bit of an unfortunate 50, but it's not in. Luckily, we're all on defense. Hits it to the wall. A bit of a whip there, so I kind of panic and just slam it against the wall. I think they score again here. Oh yeah, and I miss her. So things are just not going very well this game. Luckily it is the first of a best of 7. Gives us plenty of time to regroup. We go for a little passing play, but it's not going, unfortunately. I'm unable to double it. Juka unable to slot it. So this thing's not quite going our way. Get a little pinch there at least. But they're defending solidly, rotating well. It's a solid team for sure. Let's see. Pretty clear. Oh yeah, just over extended again, so they scored. Yeah, the scoreboard looking a little sad for us, but at the end of the day, sometimes the games do go that way. I got a really sad pop there, so just to kind of add insult to injury, I guess. To get a good clear. Definitely are not gonna come back. May as well try to not get Brazil. And it hits the ground. Well, there's game 1, final scores. The person spectating is the coach of Kansas State. So they're all doing pretty good. Unfortunately, BYU doesn't have its own like official esports like facility. Like we all just play from home pretty much on our own setups. I'm on PS5, but I think these other schools, some of them at least, have a dedicated esports facility. They got the gaming PCs and stuff. I just move on to game 2 from my POV, of course. And this one, not to spoil it or anything, but if you're looking at the thing, we did end up winning game 2. It was a pretty close game, but pretty much the same thing happened. We just played a little better and they didn't play as well. That worked out. I just try to hit it mid. Get saved. Some good rotations, good pressure coming out. I rotate back. That is an awkward ball. I almost won goal. They probably should have scored, but they missed. So we catch a break there. And it goes in. Beautiful shot. I honestly want to see that from his POV real quick. Just because it did look funny. Right, here we go. Just dribbling on him. It's a good 50. Lands under it. And I guess just a miscommunication there by the defense maybe. But we'll take it. We get possession on the kickoff. So I follow it up. Maybe get a reset, but a bit awkward ball. And now we're going back. Here we go with the beautiful tip up to me, but I couldn't do much with it. I just go for the 50. And none of us can really go for it. So I just head back. The boost is not there. The mini pads are. And the corner big boost, which I failed to get. Goes for the pass. Pretty good play from the opponents. But once again, a little bit off on the shooting. And then I'm able to save that one. I do get dunked there a little bit. A bit of a double commit there from the teammates as well, but it works out. Bit of an unfortunate shot there from Pyra, but I probably would have done the same. an awkward ball to defend, but teammates are in position. Beautiful stuff. And I dive in. And honestly, things are looking pretty good. I dove for that ball, even though I have no chance. But the teammates are just positioned so beautifully. A beautiful fake there. And maybe a double tap opportunity. Bit of a missed shot there. Not gonna lie, but it works. And I don't get the reset there. So there goes my chance to contribute on offense. I think so far I haven't participated in any goals, even though you only scored 2. But it happens. I go for the shot, but it's there. I gotta hustle back. Boost doesn't spawn, but I'm there. Good challenge. Unfortunate demo, but let's see what I do. Leaving for the team. Beat 1. A nice clear. Goes for the double tap, unable to find it. Oh yeah, I go for another Mechie play here. I'm unable to put it on target. But we do keep possession. Group guy up for the aerial. Gets a reset. And I misread that one, unfortunately. So we kind of lose the, what's it called? The pressure. And I'm on 0 here. And we realize that Pyro and Ghost from the other team are in our rule 1. So I'll pause that just so y'all can see they're down here in our corner. So we get a little 2v2 action. I forgot that it was so late in the game actually. I go for the double, it gets blocked. But group guys there to slot it. A beautiful play. Now we have a 2-goal lead. Nice and comfy. A little fake in there. Playing at our speed, so we're all feeling good. We'll tap to the corner. That was a bit of a scary ball, but we survive. I die. At this point, they're a bit desperate, so understandably, you get a big clear. Tap it ahead. They're defending quite well. I go for this ball. That's not a very smart challenge, in all honesty. But luckily, they can't capitalize. I try to head downfield, but I get a bad touch. I just kind of roll towards our net. So maybe a bit careless there at the end of this game, but with the 2-goal lead, we were pretty confident we'd hold on. So never hurts. Have a little fun with it. And the ball stays up. Call us firm believers of the rule 0. Let's see if we can get one last goal. Just exclamation point, but they're also going to be trying to score. That was a very adventurous touch for me, I'll be honest. And then again, it's just for fun, you know. They are popping the ball up though, like kudos to them. Pretty crazy final seconds here actually, but I think at this point I just slam it down. Yay! So there we go, final scoreboard. I think the other team, Kansas State, some of them are having connection issues, like some packet loss and stuff. So after this we kind of reset the server and all that. But even then, I think even if they did have better internet, we played better that game. So I won't give them the excuse too much. I mean, for real here. Let's just head on to game 3. It's off to a pretty good start. A lot of heavy balls. I go for a little something there, but it doesn't really work. I was pretty proud of that recovery there, actually. I left the third being really awkward, but the other two were able to get back in time to defend. And a beautiful shot from Pyro. We take the first game, or the first goal in this game. Definitely feel good. The real question is if we can keep it. So, have to dodge the bump. And I actually did just get a really good shot there. Just because this plays so well, I'm gonna watch it from this POV. Yeah, respectable shot. So they answer right back with a goal of their own, and we tied again. Interesting kickoff. Let's see what I do with this ball. Oh, I just get beat. They do have a bit of a tendency to jump over those, expecting a brilliant touch. Not my depth perception. Good rotations from the opponents. Kind of hard to get out of our half with the pressure they're putting on. And another goal for them. Wait, watch this again. He didn't have any boost, but we both respected him. At that point, his teammates were able to make a play. So, good play from them. Probably could have defended it better, but you gotta respect it. Alright, I forget what I even do with this. I take it up. I do get it over one, but it's not good enough to score anything. Ray does get bumped up there, but he gets defended on the last bag. So maybe not the smartest play, and then I die. But my teammates are back to save it. Great belief. So a bit of a wake-up call for me. Should probably be more careful. A bit of an unlucky shot. Doesn't quite go in. But I am able to get back in time to defend just for that moment. An awkward ball there. So at this point it's kind of like, oh, we want to get another goal. Maybe I'm a bit too desperate here. Oh yeah, I just whipped there. I get bumped. So that goal was actually 100% my fault. They're already watching my POV, so it's fine. Not perfect, guys. But oh, hold on, I'm gonna pause it. I might have made the stream private, but I don't remember. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if I can change it, so I'll just have it be live after the bag. Unfortunately, no one will be analyzing with me yet, but it honestly probably works better that way. I can just lock in. So, as you were saying, I try to hit that ahead to group guy. They get a good save. It was a good play from us, I feel like. Alright, I'm a bit awkward there. Flipping left and right. And they're just defending everything. Once again, I kind of sneak in a little too far where I can't do anything. I get that past one, but they're just recovering really well. So maybe a good 50 there, but once again doing that. And here's a good play from them. Just finding the opening. So now we're down 3 goals. Morale might be a little affected at this point, but I get a save there. The infield pass to group guy and he slots it. It's my first goal participation of the whole tournament. I have an not really contributed at all on offense except for that so far, so starting to find my footing a little. But then again, the defense from them has been pretty solid too, so we haven't had a lot of opportunities to score anyway. Then a low boost here. And they get a good 50. Good challenge. So at this point, we're definitely in desperation mode, but trying to stay calm. Just play our game. Not have enough boost to do what I wanted to do there. So maybe I could have done something different. Alright, just dive in. And I die again. It happens. Just really bad aerial control from me there. It's all good. And then again, we get a little top corner slot. And scoreboard here. Just a good game from them, and we definitely made some mistakes. I played pretty bad. But stuff like that happens. We're now down 2-1 in the series. It is a best of 7, so we're still alive. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm trying to watch the whole thing. I did hit a nice shot in this game, so maybe that's why I just naturally started going forward. We'll watch the whole thing though. Going for clips already. See you, Groove guy. A little bit of an open miss from me, but I do get the demo. Another shot off the crossbar, and another shot off the crossbar. So all three of us unable to find a goal. To beat one there. A good challenge there. He goes for the double tap. It gets saved last second, so already feeling a bit of tilt. That is an okay shot, but it got saved. I just had to go for that ball, but I stayed in an awkward spot. I forgot that happened. That was a funny whip. Luckily, I'm back. Oh, that's right. Goop guy kind of cooked me there, but I'm not going to rewatch it. It's understandable. I have my moments. Just a bit of a communication error there. He does get the skim there. He was luckily in the right position to block it. And they're finding each other here on offense. And they score again. I might go back here. I think it was mostly my fault here. I was kind of third man and I considered going for the ball and then hesitated. And at that point the net was wide open. I had no boost. So they're up 2-0 at this point. And we feel like we should have a couple goals ourselves, but just unable to find the net. Not even really sure how I got to that in time. Let's see who's way ahead of me. So they are giving us space, respecting us. That would have been cool if I could have been target. Another shot just wide. Unlucky for the team. But that ball gets saved. And here I get a chance to score, but I also miss. So at this point we're all just crying. But then I get this opportunity to go up. I slot that double tap on. That's my first goal. You know, just because I'm the one recording, I'll watch that one again. Because I obviously wasn't even intending to get that first touch to the backboard like that. Because I recovered perfectly to slot it. So that was a hype moment for the team. And now we're like, you know what, we can come back. Like we got this. And then Pyro gets demoed, so now we're like going to stay on it. Alright offensive try there, but they were all in position. I get an unfortunate touch straight out to them there, but beautiful save from Roof Guy actually. Crazy stuff. Nice stay on it a little more. End up double committing a bit. I probably could have rotated back. I'm looking for boost. But honestly, it's still anyone's game. Like, obviously we want to win this, because if not, we'll go down 3-1. I get stuffed there. I get caught out of it, but they aren't able to capitalize. Some solid play from Fire there. That was actually a really good recovery from him. So now we get another chance to score. Straight to Pyro, I get the ball, try to slot it mid. And the shot. I almost forgot about that. That is so sad. Hey, what is this? Like, guy, it's POV. I get the pass out to him. We're just both unable to tap it in. So that was really unfortunate. We really needed that goal. But we still have time. If I flip for that, no shot. Just keep the rotations going. I have to wait here. Oh, he doesn't even get it. I am there. No boost. I do get a good 50 there somehow. The shot there a little too slow. I know it's just kind of the epitome of this game. The shots were just a little off. Even though we had so many chances to score. I think kind of one last chance and I scuffed that. So at that point, I think the ball's about to hit the ground. Yeah. Yeah, and the stats kind of speak for themselves. We had 11 shots. And they only had 5 saves. So with our 1 goal, that means like 5 of our shots were pretty much on target, but hit the crossbar or something, hit the post. Just barely missed. So this game could have been a lot different had we scored those. But fortunately, we did get the last 3 wins. Game 5, 6, and 7. I will show those now. And right off the bat, I kick off. Beautiful. So basically the double tap in game 4 and then that kickoff goal were my only 2 goals in this whole series. Which is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm more of an offensive guy, but definitely with this team I try to play a more defensive role. But this game we did actually get a pretty convincing win. We were just finding each other. Solid defense. That was a bit sketch. Another sketchy save, but I barely get the saves there. There's good positioning on the backboard there. Fire passes over to me. I received it away from me. There's Roof Guy with a beautiful shot. I gotta show his POV. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Just absolutely clips on him for the second goal. Now we're really feeling good. We're like feeling the momentum shift. I go for this ball. A bit of a sideline redirect there, but he's there. I just find just clearing it over to him again. Good defense from my teammates. Just getting some dunked there, so a bit sad. I'm actually happy I touched that. Those are usually pretty bad for me, not the best of those reads. I get a bit of a bad 50 there. I can play that better. Here I am, third man again. Just kind of hanging out. I don't even know I touched the ball like that, but either way, it did not work. There. Would have preferred a softer touch to maybe take it up the wall, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. I do grab the boost there. A bit of a scary situation on defense there, but they weren't able to capitalize that time. I go up. I'm just kind of panicking at this point, so I just clear it and hope my team is there, but no one was. But they all don't go for the ball. And get this beautiful dime up to Drew guy. So, offensive prowess. But even up 3 other games, not over. Gotta stay locked. Beautiful demo play, and I don't even need to do anything there. My teammates handle it. Drew guy with the hat trick. Which is probably one of our most able offensive players, so love to see him thrive out here. And they do get a goal there. Just a bit of an unfortunate challenge here. Didn't look like this area gets past us. But it's all good. He's still active. I may have brushed that a little bit, but we're all jumbled together there. It works out. Go all the way back. Barely dodged the demo there. And the ball gets away from me, so I'm unable to clip on once again. But the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, that was a bit sketch. But luckily we are the first ones to it. And I kind of sad my boost got stolen there. The demo. Trust my team. The ball just kind of ricochets back, but and I die. I forgot that happened. That was a funny peek. So I really got played there, but the last second shot and it gets blocked. Rest in peace. And even there at the end you can see dyslexia, a little laggy, but what can you do? They already used their tactical timeout after game 2, so unlucky for them. Let's move on. Just a 1-0 game. The goal came pretty early. So, not a whole lot happened this game, just trying to play solid. You see the rotations power going for bumps, the usual. Duke guy going for flip resets, wouldn't have it any other way. And he has no boost, so he can't do anything. There's some ping pong action going on here. And I do barely get to that ball. Could have been scary. Can't the boost. And I just go for another boom. I get a bit of a heavy touch there. Can't do what I want. There's a demo. There's another demo. I don't know why it's not showing me going on ball cam, but I definitely did. That's weird. I wonder if that's a setting I just don't know how to change. But regardless, I did not have ball cam on there. I get 2 demos and they score. That's the 1 goal of the game. But definitely a W play for my teammates here. Pyro with a beautiful dime up to the guy as well. Which I did not see because I was going for demos. So we get the goal there, and then for the next 4 minutes pretty much nothing happens, but I'm gonna watch anyway, analyze. They watch for any egregious mistakes. A little flip reset indication there. Like a little Easter egg. Here I feel like we had some pretty good rotation. I probably should have slotted that, I missed. And I don't know why I turned there and whipped like that. And sensitivity is fairly low. I could do a settings reveal at some point here. I get dunked again in the air. The ground to aerial setups are not the way to beat Kansas State apparently. Just a little sidewall read attempt. I feel like these guys go for that a lot as well, so we kind of caught on to that. It helped our defense. I get absolutely dunked there. I try to catch this. I go for the reset. I probably could have scored that if I just tapped it again normally. Yeah, I gave him just enough time to get back. I was feeling mechy, but sometimes mechs are not the play. And that was also a pretty bad challenge. They ended up winning, but it went right to our corner, so we're safe. Pyro is just destroying them. Doing my thing, just camping out mid, waiting for my chance. I try to hit that to a teammate, but then I retreat to the big boost in our corner. It's my favorite play of all time. I'm gonna go for some bumps here, but they end up bumping each other and also clearing it away. A bit of a pinch attempt there from Duke guy, but it happens. They do the same. That might have been a chance for them to score, but unable to find it. I rush in here. He's trying to go for a corner read, but not quite the angle. Guy with a good catch, 50. Like, this is the good pressure we're looking for in the series, just being able to play third. And I was also kind of sad that they saved that. I probably could have had a bit of recovery there. So I could tell the 50 was going straight up. And that was a terrible recovery too, actually. So that's been the majority of my chances. Oh, a little Fortnite pinch. to whiff, but it works out. But definitely a little awkward this game. We could get a pretty decent pass there, but they get there just in time to stop Pyro from slotting it on. And even then, at this point, we're just most importantly trying not to get scored on. That was a scary ball that I barely get back. And maybe a bit of an open net there, but unable to find it. And the whip on the sidewall attempt. But staying alive, even if there was a bit of a double tender there. Now you got a bad touch there, just get right back to him. We're doing just enough to not lose right now. And another 0-second opportunity for him, but I reject it. He does keep it up actually, I forgot about that. And it hits the ground. So there we go for game 6. And then the fabled game 7, which honestly was a crazy game. Probably the craziest of the series. But let's get right into it. Let's start, get the kickoff. I'm feeling necky, but that's all I get. And they're all somehow right there under the ball. So it was worth a shot. Be my boost spawns for me. Maybe a bit of a reckless third man challenge there, but I was feeling confident. I feel like we were all feeling confident at this point. We just won game 5 and 6. This is our series to win. They have all the pressure on them. So our goal is just to stay locked in and do our best. I go for the 50 there. That honestly almost went off me and into our net. But I just opt to clear it out to them again, just buy more time for our team to regroup. A really bad win for me actually. I might have been a little nervous this game, if I'm being honest. I was confident that we could win, but also nervous. This is a high stakes game. Now, this is the Big 12 tournament. So we gotta hold up. I might have to rewatch that. So what happened here? I went for another bad overextension play, and then they just capitalized on the 2v1 pretty much. Just an unfortunate situation for the team. So definitely seeing that I need to be more careful when I'm the first man up, especially when I'm on the ball. I cleared out way too much. And that's actually just a great shot from the opponents. To go up 2-0 against us. And at this point we're a bit sad, if I'm being honest, because this would be the last game of our season if we lose. So a good save there. Group guy, Pyro as well. And I do not turn on that ball very well. But it does go over to Pyro, who whiffs. And I decide to dive on it. Group guy goes for the sidewall double. Actually does get a pretty good redirect there. Another slight whiff. And then that's the most powerful power shot of all time. I decided to stay back and grab their corner boost instead of rotating faster, but my teammates were both back, so I felt like I could get away with it. These guys stays on it, and they're all back. There he goes for the sidewall double. I did not read that properly. A Pyro with a follow-up. I'd see that from the defender's point of view and goes to net. Just barely unable to save it. I couldn't tell if his teammate there. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry for the people watching this back. I wonder if the teammate. He was in position, but his teammate messed him up. So he got a bit of a lucky break there too. W shot from Pyro though. Drew guy with the pass and me with the tactical fake, we'll call it. That was a scary ball as well, but I barely managed to kick it out. reset double there in the corner. Not really sure it's very warranted. Bit of an awkward touch there, but they respect your guy, give him the space he needs. Beautiful flick. Pyro's waiting arms received that ball. And I hesitate too much, so I just head back. Probably worked out fine this time. He's playing his third man. Don't want to be too aggressive sometimes. But I probably had a better chance of getting that ball than some of the other ones I went for, so it is what it is. There's another chance for me, but I misread it, jump wrong. So I was definitely apologizing to my team there, but luckily they're the GOATs, so we should stay in time. For once I'm actually the first man on the ball, and I do an alright job, I feel like. But here was a bit scary. I get that, touch the wall. I might watch this from someone else's POV, because that was probably not a good ball to jump for, and a bit of an awkward touch. But he hits it too far across the net, and they aren't able to score. I get the Ronzi clear there. Not really a Ronzi, but just the backboard clear. And their third is actually pretty far back here. We weren't aware. I probably could have pushed that faster if I do. We get a clear here. I try to stay on it. Alien techno with the bump attempt. And here's just a beautiful play from my team. Drew getting the demo. Which for some reason everything's on all cam. I might have to check the settings. Spectator all cam. Oh. That makes a lot more sense. So we got Drew guy here. He's on 0 boost, but gets caught. And then Pyro with the beautiful dribble gets it past everyone in front and slots it. And I just kind of watched from the backfield instead of all that transpired, and we tied the game. So definitely a sigh of relief there, for me especially, because I was so nervous this game. I did not want to be involved in the offense, if I'm being honest. Like, these guys got it. Let's make sure we don't get scored on. And all will be well. It's a bit of a close call there as well. I went for a reset shot there. I love going for clips, what can I say? And just a boomer right there. I forget if I'm there. I do manage to read it in time, get back. 0 boost block there from Dyslexia. And Drew guy with a shot attempt at 0 seconds. It gets saved. Off the crossbar. So, another crazy turn of events there. Grabs the boost. And they stay alive for OT. The first OT of the series. It's in game 7. I get a little demo there. Not the best at demoing, but I can lock in sometimes. So just trying to stay solid here. Good 50s. And I see a chance to go up. I get it past all of them, but I get a good save. Drew guys, the first one up, gets a beat, but they're all on the backboard. So a bit unfortunate there. Ghost just barely let her block it, and I felt really bad about that one, because like it's just like a free ball to score, but I wait way too long to turn on it. That gives Ghost enough time to. There's a Ghost. No, it's Dyslexia. To recover in time. But fortunately, I don't get completely beat there. And we stay in the game. You get a 50 there. At this point, I'm going for it, yeah. kind of gets away from me. Huge pinch right there, actually. I slam it off the wall for my team. Grab the boost. Pyro gets a touch, and Droop guys slots it 1 minute in. Oh wait, where's the Pyro POV? Right here. Just a beautiful pass there. I imagine he was probably going for the shot. I'd have to ask him. But that was a perfect touch for the situation. They had that part of the net covered. And the Droop guy slots it far right. The truth nuke explodes. Final scoreboard. I didn't even have any shots that game, but it looks like Dyslexia was lagging that game too. My goodness. Well, feel bad for him, I guess. Unlucky. But there we have it. That was our game 7-game series against Kansas State. I got my double tap, my one clip. And definitely a wonderful series to take part in. Grateful for my teammates who really came in clutch as well. Let's see if I can hit a clip in free play before I log off. Almost. I thought I felt some input delay, but I did not have VSync on. I sometimes turn on for replays. Maybe go for, I don't know. At this point, if you're watching, you can probably just log off unless you want to see what I hit. Could be a pretty crazy shot, so maybe you don't want to miss out. Like a ground pitch. Never mind. I'm not hitting anything right now. I think I'm going for some crazy stuff. Fair enough. Well, see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in.